Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here once again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the RTB podcast. What's up, guys? It just seems like 2017's in terms of celebrity deaths is only going to get worse from here. As I'll probably butcher his name. Is it Masaya Nakamura? He's the creator of Pac-Man. He died at the age of 91 recently, and no one's really talking about it. And besides a YouTuber named 1316 Killer, he was the one I actually found out it. I found out from it from, while I was watching one of his videos, and he that was one of the videos he uploaded, him talking about it and stuff. And he's like the only one I was really talking about it, which is strange because he's a big deal. Because besides Legend of Zelda, Mario, GoldenEye, Pac-Man, or in this case, Miss Pac-Man, was one of the games I grew up with as a kid. I remember back in when I used to live in Miami, I used to play in the beach a lot with me, and my mom, and my younger brother, and there was a little beach bar, but we knew the people, the owners there, because they were really nice because, right up front they had an arcade machine of Miss Pac-Man, and it was only 25 cents. And every time I go to the beach before we go home, I always play a round of Pac-Man. And so they got to know me. So I normally, bar, so it's kind of an open bar thing. Normally they won't allow kids in there, but they normally don't want to allow kids in there. But I was just there just to play the Miss Pac-Man game, so they just let me play. I had to think of a few times they let me give me a couple of quarters just to have fun, because I was making money for them, and it was fun. They were just playing it, having fun, learning the game, and strategizing, learning how to get better, and it was a fun time. And of course it was better. Of course it's Mr. Pac-Man and Pac-Man Championship Tournament. Of course there was better and better Pac-Man games that kept coming out, improving the formula. I grew up. I remember there was this Pac-Man PC game where you had I forget the name, where he had red gloves and red shoes, and instead of the whole his body is with that red gloves and red shoes. He's like, it was a PC. I remember there was a PC version of the game, and I remember you go a lot of different places, from Egypt to Western times to medieval times. It was one of those weird Pac-Man games on PC. I remember it being pretty fun. Though I didn't get too far though, because towards the end it got really, really hard. I think it was in the jungle area, and it got really, really hard. But I remember it being fun. And it's just sad to hear that a great creator like him, who I loved his creation of Pac-Man, played, like I said, Mr. Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, that PC Pac-Man game I just mentioned to you. It's just sad to hear that he's gone. How he's gotten so popular, Pac-Man. He's using the new Super Smash Bros. Game, both Wii U and 3DS versions. So it goes to show you how much staying power Pac-Man has. Besides Mario, he's a big cultural icon. Besides Mario, Pac-Man's another game person that people know. Besides Mario and Link, Pac-Man is right amongst those people. If you have Mount Rushmore, besides Mario and Link, you gotta have Pac-Man up there because he was one of the pioneer mascots of gaming. It's just really sad that the creator died. He left such a legacy, and honestly, in my opinion, this guy will be never, ever forgotten. So may he rest in peace. Thank you for creating something that was so magical that I will never forget and cherish for the rest of my life. Thank you, Mr. Messiah, or Masaya Nakamura. Thank you. Alright. I guess the more happy news, because that was kind of a bummer that guy died. Resident Evil did really well. The new one, aka Resident Evil 7, did really, really good. How good, you may ask? It sold over 2 million copies, and people counted the money they made total. Capcom made, on Resident Evil 7, $75 million within the week of its release. And I have to admit, that's really, really impressive. It's not bad considering how, unfortunately, they're going back, they're going back to the roots of what made Resident Evil special. The horror. I'm saying, not this, the action that 5 and 6 did. Though, to be honest, I did enjoy 5 and 6. Though 5 had some intense moments, the chainsaw guy doesn't flinch, or the giant, praying, human-sized praying mantis. Those always creep me out. But 6, Leon's campaign was creepy, I have to admit, but everyone else is so action-focused and action-oriented, and you can tell those try to complete with the the like big blockbusters like Battlefield and Call of Duty when it didn't need to do that. What made it special was its horror, like 1 through 4 did, and Revelations 1 and 2 did. Even though I did like how Revelations did it episodically, but it was still intense experience. It had some intense moments, and to me, hopefully, it continue down with the Revelations. Could be it's going back to what made Resident Evil special, and now, we're right back to what made it special, the horror, because it feels like a true sequel to Resident Evil 1, because you're in a house, and also lives as a name, Resident Evil. You're in a house full of evil, trying to survive. You playing as Ethan, trying to get your girlfriend out of this crazy ass house with all these monsters and the Baker family, and not for none, they're very scary and to me very iconic villains. To me, in my opinion, will never forget. I'm about halfway in at this point, and it feels like Resident Evil, but also feels like Outlast and Amnesia, what I'm saying, all those other first-person survival horror games. But it needed that shot in the arm of a reboot, because 5 and 6 was in the right direction, especially 6. Like I said, 5 had its moments, but 6 was just not where it needed to be. Though I enjoy those games and I have fun with them, since both 5 and 6 is co-op. But at the same time, if you're a hardcore Resident Evil fan, if you didn't like them, I understand. I ain't gonna argue with you. If you didn't like it, I understand, because that's not what made it special. The horror is what made it special. And Resident Evil 7, no doubt, is living up to it. In fact, it's getting a lot of praise from Polygon, Destructoid. Even though I did give it a low score of a 7, they still said it was a good reboot, and it's going back to its roots. So, because let's not forget, 7's not a bad score. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I disagree with them, sure, but still, this is not saying it's garbage. It's saying it's a good reboot, not a shitty one, But it's good, it's fun. If you guys are curious where I'm at the part where I'm going to fight the puzzle guy, the guy that leaves the traps for you, and you gotta be careful. Yeah, I just got the red and blue key cards, and I kind of stopped there because I was getting tired. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I'm going to his place now, next playthrough. So that's where I'm at right now in the game. So about halfway there at this point, and so far so good. It's living up to the hype. It's scary. I'm on the edge of my seat a lot of times, and I'm loving every second of it. I'm loving every second of it. And excuse me. I'm so glad I bought it. I'm having a fun time, and you see my friend Kupo. He's just like laughing because he's here, by the way, and he's just laughing because how I'm just getting startled and stuff. He says at least I'm more brave than my friend Robert, because if he knew the same situations, he would just quit. At least have the balls enough to keep going. Because that's the thing about me about horror games. If someone will ruin me, I can get through it. But by myself, I can't even do not even 15, 30 minutes. Probably getting too scared and turning it off out of fear. At least if someone's there with me, I can kind of continue it. So in a way, I have that fear, but I guess not really. But that's my quirk on horror games, I guess. I don't play a lot of horror games, but it was kind of that thing of Evil Within, Dead Space. But at least the first one anyway, where it was, it had that horror and just in your faceness, but at the same time it was the intrigueness and the mystery behind it was so intriguing to me. I had no choice but to enter into the fray, or enter into horror in this case. And I kind of want to see how it connects, though I haven't found no connections yet. Yeah, except through some nods, like how they had the shotgun is a nod back to Resident Evil 1. There's no connections yet to the other games. Maybe I'll find it as I keep going. Cause I'm not done yet, but I know it's there. But there's some obvious connections, like the shotgun puzzle, the Magnum being the most powerful weapon in the game, the image, saving at a at a tape recorder, aka replaced with a typewriter, the storage system coming back. That's cool. So overall, it's really cool. It's a fun game. If you like the Resident Evil, you like the original Resident Evil games 1 through 4, then this game's for you, because it's so great. I highly recommend picking it up. Especially for PS4 owners, you get the VR experience. I heard it's not just a gimmick; it's actually really good. So you should definitely get that a look at. And finally, on the podcast, last but not least, Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. It looks like that's finally going to happen, because according to Floyd Mayweather tweeting that, it looked like it's about to be official because I guess maybe Dana White and maybe Dana White and Floyd were talking and they finally got to a deal where Floyd and it might be official. As far as like where they're gonna fight on boxing or UFC, I didn't look more into it, unfortunately, but it might actually happen within this year, which I'm excited to see because Floyd Mayweather knows that he's becoming irrelevant, so he needs like a Conor McGregor to stay in relevancy because, case in point, because he claims he's this big star power, this big draw. In his last, I'm gonna throw some facts at you. The last fight he did with Andre Berto, I believe, was like the lowest pay-per-view buys in recent years. It didn't even crack 100. It barely hit like 100,000. It wasn't even in the millions like these other fights were, like with Oscar or Hatton or Manny Pacquiao. It was like in the low 100,000s, nowhere even near a million. So it's not. So it showed him and humbled him and realized that it wasn't the people. It wasn't just him. It was the people he was dancing with, or AKA fighting with, or like running around. Something like the Pacquiao fight. Jesus. In the Oscar De La Hoya fight, I felt he lost. Of course, he won because he knocked him out. Like, no duh. But I'm excited to see if that fight happens. I can't wait to see where they go with that fight, and I'm hoping that it happens. Alright, guys, and that's it for my this episode of the R2B podcast. If you notice, like, my breath is because I'm outside. And believe it or not, I'm in Florida. I'm in Orlando, Florida, and it's really fucking cold. Look. Do you see that shit? Look. It's crazy. This is Florida, and it's cold. I heard in Miami it never gets like this in my hometown, but man, for it to be this cold in Orlando, that's crazy. Well, we haven't had winter. It was supposed to have been summer, so winter's coming hard with a vengeance here in Orlando, that's for sure. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, this is RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out, guys.